Hey guys, welcome back to episode 8 of the Missing Experience podcast. We're glad that you're joining us today. So,
Why is my man sounding so drained, bro?
what's the time right now? It's like 7. I just got back from like a 5-hour shift from work, so that's I'm kind of drained. But as you guys can see, we have like a bit of a different setup. We thought we'd give something like a new scenery a try. Maybe this might be better for all of us. But yeah, Joseph, what about you? Where you been for the past 2 months, buddy?
Wait, before we get to that.
You left us, bro. Where'd you go?
Before we get to that. We're in Canada, right?
Yeah, right now.
It is cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
So we are no longer in the backyard that we used to be at.
Yeah.
We're here in my house. So that's why that explains the scenery change. But where have you been for the past 2 months?
All right, so after we recorded that podcast with Marcus and Kay for episode 7, I think around 5 days after that, I had a flight. Actually, I was going on vacation. So essentially, vacation, yeah. So during COVID, so essentially, like for me specifically, I had like a midlife crisis, and I was like, yo, I can't be in Canada right now. I gotta dip. I gotta like somehow clear my head, and I gotta leave. So it kind of worked out for me because my uncle, like my mom's youngest brother, he was actually engaged and stuff. So we were planning a wedding, but his wedding was scheduled for like December, because Pakistan is really hot in the summer. Because we were planning this like around July, August. So his wedding was supposed to be in December. So we're like, it's gonna be, the weather's gonna be nice in Pakistan. It'll be like 15 to 20 degrees. So it'll be relatively good. It won't be too hot. So I tell my mom, I'm like begging, I'm like, please, can we go in the summer? Please, can we? So I start using school as an excuse. I'm like, oh, school's gonna start. How do you expect us to only go for like 3 weeks? We're going for a wedding. I want to go for longer, right? So she's like, okay, let me talk to like my brother. Let me talk to my mom and stuff. So of course it was a bit of a struggle, but we convinced them to move the wedding up to September. So essentially I left the middle of August. I had a flight August 17 or 20 something, 23rd, I think. So either way, I grabbed a flight on Turkish Airlines. It was the entire family. We went to Turkey from Canada for around a week. It was beautiful, dude. Like, and the thing I liked the best about Turkey was everyone was respecting COVID. Like, out of like 100% of like the population, 99% of people were wearing masks. The only people wearing masks were like little kids, because maybe they run around, maybe they can't breathe through a mask. So essentially everyone was respecting. Like, I remember where the hotel we were in, it was across from like the main attractions. So there was actually a university that people cut through. It's kind of like public grounds, like no one, you can't really tell it's university, but it is university grounds. So there's always security there and stuff. So you remember that fire truck video?
Yeah.
So that was actually part of the campus, right? So a lot of cars cut through, a lot of people cut through. So even they won't even let you cut through. Like, you can walk around Turkey without a mask, but people are gonna look at you. But you can't even cut through without a mask.
Wait, so basically for all the viewers, you were basically traveling during COVID.
COVID, yeah. So that's why we were gone for like 3 months, because I had to leave, and me and Joseph, we were planning. We're like, how are we gonna do this? Should we like do it over Zoom? Maybe just do a Skype call with no video. But the thing is, in Pakistan and Turkey, I didn't really have reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, I was extremely busy anyways. So we just agreed on, we'll just take a 2.5 month break. So
and we can both agree that we came back fresher. We're hungry. We're motivated. We got some fire content coming.
Exactly, right? Like, we're much more clear in our head. We feel much better now, mentally, physically.
Exactly. Man.
So we essentially we needed that break. It wasn't because of YouTube. Just like before we started the whole TME thing, we were already going through a lot of stuff. So this 2-month break gave us time to clear our head up and get us back into the game.
But I want to ask you this, because you were traveling during COVID-19. So has traveling during COVID-19 been different from, say, traveling just on a regular like summer?
Oh, definitely. Okay, so pretty much as soon as you get to the airport from here, they'll do a temperature check and all that stuff. And if someone's dropping you off, they can't go inside the airport with you. The only way you're allowed to go inside the airport is if you're actually traveling, right? So how it's like, oh, I'm dropping my mom off. No, you're not allowed to go. And you drop them off at like the drop-off area, and then you leave. And then they do their own thing inside the airport. So either way, we got to the airport. We checked in. They check our temperature, and then you're just waiting. No, sorry, even before you're waiting, there's like a massive thermal scanner that checks your whole body. So if you're like above like the certain temperature, then they'll pull you off to the side, and they'll be like, why do you think you're like you're heating up, right? So you could be like, oh, like
why do you think you're heating up?
Like, why is your temperature high, essentially?
Bro, why are you fucking heating up, bro?
So either way, it was they would ask you like, why is your body temperature going up? So you could be like, oh, I was moving bags or whatever, right? So you could potentially get out of that situation, but they'll definitely like observe you for a while. Either way, everyone was okay. We got all our we got all our stuff checked, and then on the airplane, so most airplanes are trying to do a 1 seat gap in between everyone, but some airplanes are just like they're so packed.
Like 1 seat gap, like beside you, or like behind you.
Beside you, because there's already like a seat in front of you, so there's no point of doing a 1 seat gap in front. But beside they're doing.
Oh, just one person gap.
Yeah, but when I went from Turkey to Pakistan, then there was no gaps at all. It was just wear a mask, and you're supposed to rotate masks every, I think it was 4 hours. It was either 2 hours or 4 hours.
Rotate masks.
You have to rotate masks. So what they'll do is they give you like a hygiene kit, and there's I think like 3 masks in there. So that's 12 hours. And most flights aren't 12 hours. So every 4 hours they'll like walk around and they'll be like, change your mask. So don't change your mask before 4 hours, because if you already changed your mask at like 3 hours, they're gonna tell you to change it again at that 4th hour.
But what if like, for example, like you seen like the mask, like the black one that I have.
Yeah.
What if I was wearing that? Are they gonna tell me to change that?
They're gonna tell you to take off and change it, right? Because that way, like, your mask isn't getting moist and stuff like that. Because you're constantly wearing. The only way.
It's gross.
The only way you're allowed to take it off is if you're eating. Even then, they recommend that if the guy beside you, like the 1 seat gap, beside you's eating, try not to eat while they're eating.
That's smart.
Right. So they're definitely taking measures and stuff. So I respected that, right? Because that's why we took Turkish Airlines, because we saw like their YouTube video. They're like promoting health and safety and stuff. Even the airport, they have like these workers there, and they're wearing like a RoboCop helmet, and the goggles, actually everything's in thermal. So like you can see people walking, you can scope someone from like, I don't know, like 100 yards away, and you could be like, oh, this guy has like a high temperature, right? And then they also have like robots and stuff that talk to you instead of real people. So yeah, so they had all this tech and stuff, so it was really fun. So essentially I was in Turkey for a week, and then after that trip I was in Pakistan for around seven weeks. So Turkey was essentially just so we were gonna lay over there anyways, because we were taking Turkish Airlines, but we're like, we've never been to Turkey, so we might as well just stay there for a bit. So we stayed there for a week, then we left for Pakistan. I think the first 3 weeks we pretty much just got ready for the wedding. We met everyone, because we don't go that often. We go roughly every 2 to 4 years to Pakistan. So we met with all our family. We got ready for the wedding. Then the wedding came. The wedding lasted around 1.5 week, 2 weeks total, like everything combined. And then the last 2 to 3 weeks we pretty much spent time with family. My birthday was in there too, so I got to celebrate my birthday with all my family. And yeah, and then I also went up north, like close to the Chinese border where Pakistan and China is. I went up there. I think it was like a 12-hour drive. And at one point you go up so high where they recommend like don't like run or don't like walk fast, because if you're not used to the altitude, like we were dead ass in the mountains, right? Like you could look down and you'd be scared. Like people, like we were so high that people like they base jump from that high.
No.
Right? So we were pretty high. So they're like, if you're like not an athlete or whatever, don't run or don't walk too fast, because like you're gonna hyperventilate, and then you won't be able to catch your breath because you're not used to the altitude.
But we're built different.
We're built different, right? So that's why like I was okay. But like let's say if there's like an elder, your grandma, you can take them up, but like maybe like tell them not to walk around.
You just have to kind of watch out, like they can't be running.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like your grandma's gonna sprint anyways, but
exactly. But like let's say they want to walk fast for whatever reason, you never know, right? They're like, just take your time. So that was really fun. I was there for around, I think it was it was a whole week trip, I think.
There's no Wi-Fi too, right?
There was Wi-Fi, but it's extremely hard to get Wi-Fi in the north. So I essentially only had Wi-Fi while I was in my hotel room. Otherwise, there's no Wi-Fi at like the local places because you're like in the middle of nowhere.
Bro, how was that? Like being in the middle of nowhere without Wi-Fi. Like for example, like during high school, I took outdoor ed, right? And we went to Algonquin, and they basically took our phones away because there's no Wi-Fi, there's no data, you can't get nothing. So we spent like a week in the nature, like we were literally one with the nature. No Wi-Fi, no nothing, no phones, and we're just bonding with friends. So like, and that was an unreal experience for me. Like when I got my phone back after a week, I'm like, yo, like it feels crazy to have my phone back again. Like I'm so blessed to have this, So how did that feel, like kind of being up north, where it's cold, where it's like you haven't been there? It's like, how did that feel, like not having a phone, like, or not having Wi-Fi, like?
So it was definitely like one thing I definitely took from not having access to my phone, or essentially my phone being useless, was you definitely appreciate the area much more, right? Like, let's say for example, like if you're the passenger in a car, right? You're most likely gonna be on your phone, every once in a while, so you don't remember the entire way, right? Like I could be like, oh, did you see that? And you'd be like, oh no, I missed. I was looking at my phone. So when I was there, I remember everything clearly. So the mountains, there's a really famous lake, and like it's a little more up north. It's called Jil Seful Maluk. So it's pretty much Seful Maluk, like the guy's name, and then lake. So the special thing about that lake is apparently no one's been able to like exactly know how deep it is, right? Like apparently Natural Geographic came, and even they couldn't do it. And apparently like you shouldn't be there overnight because apparently like bad things happen, you can die, stuff like that. So, and I think the total circumference of the entire lake is 3 kilometers, the total circumference. So it's a pretty big lake. And like essentially take this in, like we were there at the end of August and there was snow up there. And in Pakistan it like almost never snows. Like in the north it does, of course, but like south, like middle to south, it doesn't snow like ever. Like I know people like my own family members that have like never touched snow.
And then for everybody else that doesn't know, you were in Lahore.
I was in Lahore, right? So there's pretty much 3 main cities in the country. There's Karachi, which is all the way in the south. There's Lahore, which is like middle, like northeast kind of, and then there's Islamabad, which is the capital. So that's pretty much. So I was in Lahore. I think Lahore is the second biggest city in the country. It's a population of like, I would say like 20 plus million people. It's a pretty big city. So I was staying there for pretty much. I stayed with my grandma. So that was really fun. And then but yeah, and then there's lots of stuff in the middle. The wedding was really fun. And yeah.
What was your favorite food that you had in Pakistan? And Turkey.
So one thing, okay, so in Turkey, like if anyone hears Turkish, the one thing I really liked was Turkish pizza. So it's in like the shape of like a cocoon, I guess. Like that's the shape, right? It's like this, and then it comes down, then it goes back again.
So like this big?
No, it's big. It's big. I'm just like drawing out the shape. So it's like a triangle. It's like, so imagine a rectangle with 2 triangles on the top and bottom.
Rectangle with 2 triangles, one on top and one.
So like
on the
that's
bottom?
like the general shape of it.
So it's like a rocket almost.
Kind of like a rocket, but the bottom's like an upside down rocket.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So one triangle like this, and the other triangle's upside down.
Okay.
Right? There's cheese on it. There's like beef, bro. It was so good. But one thing I didn't like was hella oily. I don't know if that's maybe like specific to the restaurant, but it was super oily. But it was so good. Like take this in, bro. I was in Turkey for like 4 or 5 nights, and I had Turkish pizza for breakfast for like three breakfasts, like 3 days. It was so good. And I remember my sister saying like, dude, you're crazy. Like you're gonna gain so much weight. I think I gained around 2.5 pounds just in Turkey. And then when I got to Pakistan, I was like running 10K for a while. And I think overall in Pakistan, I lost 8 pounds, when usually I gain around 10 pounds.
And I remember, when's the last time you went to Pakistan?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, you sent me a video of you in like a changing room.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you said, all this food got me fucked up, and you had like a big ass belly.
Yeah, I think I'd gained around like 11. I was 135 that time, and I was weighing around 148.
Bro, that was insane.
Right, but that's when I was like, I had less muscle. So like now peak bulk. It was bad, bro. Like, but now I went to Pakistan at 154, and right now I weigh 144, like 145. I'm trying to bring it down, but it's gonna take a bit of time. But
so man's are shredding.
Yeah, it's shredding season. It should be bulking season because it's winter, but
yes, sir.
But I like to stay shredded the entire time.
And what is the favorite food you had in Pakistan, other than nahari?
In Pakistan, my favorite. So one thing I was definitely eating a lot was shawarma. Because the thing is, in Pakistan, the currency is much cheaper. So the conversion rate is like $1 is like 130 rupees. And one shawarma, like a decent, like a basic shawarma, will cost you like 50 rupees. So essentially like 30 cents for one shawarma. So every time I go get like 2 shawarmas, it cost me less than $1. And I was shredding that so much. It was so good. I had that. What's something else I had? The kebabs, they are really good. Pizza.
So a lot of traditional Pakistani food.
Yeah, mostly was traditional, and then maybe like late nights we're watching a movie, we'll order pizza or something like that. But mostly was traditional food.
That's good, man. Like, one of my favorite dishes that I haven't tried, but it sounds really good, is nahari.
Nahari, yeah.
I want to try that.
So I think nahari is I think it's originally from Karachi, but like I love it. Like I know a lot of like people don't actually know Nahari. Like I remember I have a couple of Indian friends and I'm like, oh, have you guys ever tried Nahari? And they're like, we don't even know what that is. I'm like, dude, you guys are missing out. So it's really good. I'll definitely make you try one day. My mom makes it really good. So
I'm trying to try that soon, bro.
exactly, yeah.
I'm craving that shit, man.
But yeah, bro, what about you? What have you been up to for the past?
Where have I been for the past 2 months? I have. So after you left, I was basically bro. To be honest, bro, like I don't remember much that I've done. Mostly I was working at Galleria. Shout out to Mr. Yoon. But I was working a lot. I was working. So one full shift is 8 hours at Galleria, and I was working 5 times a week. So what is that? 40 hours.
8 times 5. Yeah, it's 40 hours. Yeah.
I was working 40 hours a week, and then I saved up some money. Because I don't know if the viewers know, but we are planning 2 very special trips. One trip in December, somewhere up north. Yep. And then are planning another trip to somewhere very, very hot, very humid.
Oh, we already told them, I think, no?
We told the vlog. We told my vlog channel. But we didn't tell the TMEers.
Oh yeah.
So, but we're going somewhere very hot, very humid,
Very exotic.
and what else?
Very high class.
Very high class. So we're planning that trip in May of 2021. Hopefully when COVID dies down a little bit.
Hopefully COVID's better by then.
But yeah, I was just working to save some money for that. I was also went to a couple parties.
You went to parties?
Yeah.
While I was gone?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
But flashbacks to July 1st. I never, ever will drink that much, and I didn't drink that much. I just got like a little bit tipsy, I just feel good, But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months. School also started for me as well. I'm sure it started for a lot of the other guys. Everything's online now, which kind of sucks because this is a year where you kind of go and do a lot of the hands-on.
Like third year,
yeah. Where you do a lot of the hands-on stuff. But because of COVID, we're not able to do none of that. We just gotta stay at home and just kind of do what they tell us to do and stuff.
So in your current experience so far, I think we've already had midterms and stuff, right? So we've already gone through more than half of the semester. So what's your experience like? What are the pros? What are the cons? Would you rather So one thing I was thinking of, instead of doing fully online, maybe let's say you have a class twice a week, right? Instead of having it twice a week, maybe have it every day, but then you're part of a special group of people. So maybe break it up into 5 groups. Group 1 comes on Monday, group 2 comes Tuesday, group 3 comes Wednesday, and so on. That way you get to go in class, and that way you get to have that hands-on, but it's in a smaller group, so maybe that might be better. What do you think?
But also I'm gonna answer your question, but before we get to that question, I respect the idea of putting people in separate groups and then letting them come in so we can all try hands-on shit. But the problem with that is the government thinks that putting people in a smaller circle is safer. But how is that really safe? You can be, if you're unlucky, you can be in a room full of 20 COVID patients. But for me, if you're unlucky, sorry. But if I'm lucky, I could be in a gym full of 120 people and none of them have COVID. So the argument that the government says, which is putting people in smaller groups is safer, no, it's not really safer. No, would you agree or disagree with that? You can disagree if you want.
No, I definitely agree with you. But the thing is, it all comes down to, doing the actual temperature check or getting tested. So I think doing it in smaller groups is a better idea. Not better idea than online, because online completely takes away, so you're 100% safe. But of course, if it's hands-on, maybe what you can do is every time you show up, they just run a quick temperature check on you, and as long as you're below the number, then you should be okay, right? And of course, maybe if you're feeling sick, then you should be responsible for saying, yo, I'm not gonna go today.
For sure.
Because if you're yo, I'm feeling dizzy, or let's say for whatever reason you're feeling off, right? For in any reason, you shouldn't be oh, it's physical, I have to go. No, Just email your prof, be like, yo, I can't come. I feel sick. And automatically they'll know, okay, he's being mature, or she's being mature enough to not show up. So I feel like you can make it work, but I feel like there's probably more issues than just we know. Because, of course, the government's probably thought about it, and they're like, yo, it's too many issues or whatnot. So, but I feel like everyone's going to a gym, everyone's touching dumbbells, machines, maybe some guy's not even cleaning it, So I feel like that's way more riskier. So I feel like school you can open, because like I know in the beginning I was so happy that school's online. I'm like, school's online, like I don't have to see anyone, I'm gonna enjoy it so much. But now I'm like, yo, like I want to go to class. I feel more motivated in class, because when I'm in my lecture 8:30 morning in Zoom, like this is literally me when my 8:30 class is playing. I wake up at like 8:28. Open Zoom, I make sure I'm in the class, I double check everything's working, go back to my bed and I pass it for an hour.
Bro, say no cap.
No cap. And then I have another alarm set for 9:28, which is 2 minutes before my class ends. So I sit there for 2 minutes, I end the call when he says bye, and I go back to sleep.
What's the point of joining the lecture then?
Because it's attendance. I get marked for attendance. So, and then I'll wake up around maybe like 12, and then my day gets started.
So you mentioned how a school is a safer environment than a gym.
Well, they can make it safe.
Which I agree. But there are some counter arguments I can say to that. So a lot of people, including my mom, think the gym is a place where like people fucking like spit everywhere. They're like grunting. So, obviously like there's a lot of saliva in the air. Like people are sweating over the benches. So if you think about it in that sense, it's like your worst nightmare, bro. Like that's a place you're gonna get COVID if you're gonna get it. It's like
a breeding ground.
The breeding ground for bacteria. And I'm not saying the gym is a safe place. To be honest, there is no safe place.
Yeah, except your own house. As long as no one's going in and out.
I would even say that, even in my own house right now, when I'm with you, we're both not safe. I could be asymptomatic.
Exactly.
You could be asymptomatic. You're working right now. I'm not working right now.
Exactly.
You could be asymptomatic. You could have it, and I could have it too. So in a sense, you're never safe.
Mm-hmm.
But you just kind of like, but you're not gonna be antisocial. You're not gonna cut everybody off and be like, yo, like nobody can come into my house. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying in my house until this quarantine ends.
But you can definitely increase and decrease your chances by doing specific things, like wear a mask, don't touch anything you're not supposed to, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. But you know what I mean. Like there's nowhere really a safe place.
Yeah, that's
nowhere is really safe. And going back to the gym argument, I would say bro, I would eat off my gym equipment. Like you know how like some gyms have like benches and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I would literally eat off the benches, bro. I would have that much trust in my gym, because number one, after everybody works out, they grab like the alcohol sprays, they spray it down, wipe it down. Not only that, they have cleaning crews that come like 3 times a day, and they disinfect the entire gym. And that is arguably more work than they do at like Walmart or like any other grocery stores. What other grocery stores are going in and cleaning every single aisle and disinfecting every single item? I don't see any other grocery stores. Like no cap, bro. So at the end of the day, man, like also, did you hear gyms are actually not opening back up?
They're not?
Yeah, they're gonna open up tomorrow, but Doug Ford, like they moved it to like a red region. I think? No, I don't know about that, but they basically like they're only letting gyms have 10 people at once. So that's so
it's gonna be super hard to book it then, because you have to book it then, right?
Yeah, you have to book it, but so a lot of the gyms, they just decided like, yo, I'm not gonna fucking like, that's not gonna work. Like people are gonna get pissed. This isn't gonna like 10 people at once, bro. Like the staff alone is probably like 5 people. So you're realistically only letting 5 people work at in a 20,000 square foot gym. So that's not opening. But that's kind of my side of the story about the gyms.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. So I feel like as long as you're just like doing the temperature checks, it's okay. But I guess we're stuck in online school, so I guess it is what it is. You have to accept the fact.
Oh yeah, so talking about online school, where we're actually heading. But pros of online school. You can agree or disagree with me. Pros is that, again, like you said, you can literally slap on a Zoom lecture 2 minutes before it starts and go back to sleep, and then wake up 2 minutes before it ends, and then just like stop it. So you can get that attendance mark, kind of finesse the system. You can do that. I would say another pros of online school is you can save a lot of money from commuting, for me especially, because I go to Ryerson and I live in Oakville right now. So I save money driving to the GO station. I save money getting on the GO train, which is $7 every time I tap it, and then another like $2 for like the TTC subway, and then come back another $2 for TTC, another $7 for the train, and then my mom has to pick me up from GO station. Gotta go drive back to my house. Like it's a lot of money.
So you're saving probably like $25 a day.
Bro,
That's a lot of money.
Bro, I'm spending I'm saving like couple thousand per semester, bro. So inshallah, like hopefully winter semester is also gonna be online, so I save a lot of money. I would say those, and then also I can, if I'm feeling like a little flat and like feeling a little small, what in my Zoom lectures I can just have that shit on, pick up a pair of dumbbells, start doing some shrugs, some chest presses, get a quick little pump for boys. But other than that, I would say those are the pros. The cons.
One con I'm definitely gonna say is I'm not learning anything, bro. Out of my entire classes, there's one class I really enjoy, and the thing is, there's no live lectures. It's all recorded, so I can watch it on my own time. And the class is genuinely interesting, so I know everything in that class. But my other 4 courses, I have no idea what I'm doing.
What's this class?
It's a criminology course. It's based on like serial killings, murders, mass shootings. It's like super interesting. Plus, it's kind of like on the topic too. Like it's kind of like trending, like school shootings and stuff. So it's super interesting. So I'm learning about like the psychology behind all that stuff. So I'm like, dude, this is like the sickest class ever. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I have an assignment due December 5th, and it's due 41. It's worth 41% of my mark. So there's no exam. There's a midterm. There's no exam, but there's a final paper worth 41%. So it's due like a lot. So you essentially need to know what you're doing in the class, but it's so fun, dude. It's so cool, and they actually show you graphic images too in the lecture.
So what kind of images have you seen? Graphic. So what's some of the worst?
Charles Manson, right? Like, he's a really famous serial killer or a killer, but he killed like a pregnant. I don't know if she was like an actor or something. I think she was just like a normal person, but he killed her. She was 8 months pregnant, and then he also killed like the husband too. And then he carved war in his stomach with a knife, and they were both like wrapped up and tied in their like living room.
So on this topic of gore, you've probably seen this. So I would say maybe like a month or 2 ago, there was this individual that was on a live Facebook stream.
Oh yeah. And then with the shotgun.
Yeah, and then his girl broke up with him, and then he got laid off of work because of COVID, I guess. And then he was obviously mentally unstable, and he shot himself in the face. With
his whole face,
a 12-gauge shotgun.
It essentially blew up.
His face literally just like disintegrated into pieces. And then the fucked up thing was that his dog came and it started licking the fucking blood. But obviously rest in peace to the guy. My condolences to your family. But a lot of people are saying like, yo, like, this is so fucked up. Like, I'm never gonna heal from this and whatnot. This isn't a flex, but I've seen worse shit.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen worse shit.
You've dealt with worse, or you've seen worse?
No, I've seen worse shit on like the internet.
You can literally just search bestgore?
Bestgore.com.
Bro,
I watched some.
If you like gore, that's the website you want to be on.
I watched some effed up shit, and again, I'm not saying this to flex or like, I'm not saying this as like an encouragement to watch like gore videos, but I'm just saying like I watch way worse shit. So a lot of people are saying, oh, like I'm so like traumatized, or I'm so like broken. I'm never gonna heal from this. Like,
okay, I feel like if you're like a developed human being, like about the age of like 18, let's say, I feel like it's not gonna affect you that hard. But if you're like 12 and you're
obviously, yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that video got onto TikTok too.
That's where I saw it from.
Yeah, that's where I saw it from too. And you're like, there's like 12-year-olds on. So if a 12-year-old sees that, like,
that's traumatizing.
That's something you might not recover
from. You're not gonna recover from that. But I'm saying like a lot of the people that are commenting were like older, like adults and stuff. So I mean, it is.
Okay, so on that topic, so like, of course, like, he was going through that stuff. So do you think as a guy, like, you should be like express, like, you should be allowed to express your feelings, like toxic masculinity? Like, I know this was kind of like a topic for a couple people like a little while ago, and they're like, oh, if a guy's going through something, like should you be okay with showing it, or should you just man up and kind of just deal with it by yourself? Because personally, for me, I don't know. I've just been like, I don't know. Maybe it's the experiences I've gone through. Maybe it's just the way I was raised, where I don't express my feelings.
So one of the things that you actually have taught me is that, you know how you said you kind of deal with your emotions on your own, you kind of hold it in and whatnot. But I was going through the same situation for the past couple months, and I was emotionally unstable and whatever. But my biggest thing that you've told me to do is just like be free with your feelings, be free with your emotions. Like tell me what's going on, like let me know, like, you know, if you're dealing with shit. And that's helped me like tremendously. So like the fact that, like, you know, the media's displaying this as like toxic masculinity, or saying shit like, oh, men shouldn't like show their emotions, or men shouldn't do this, or men shouldn't do that. Like, I think that's a little bit too ridiculous. Like, we're human as well, you know? So we deal with emotions. And I personally feel like expressing your emotions is just way more like therapeutic, and just way more like better for you mentally than like keeping it and holding it in, and it's gonna blow up one day, and you're just gonna, like, you know.
The one thing I'll definitely say is like, more so with like, let's say you're like with like suppressing your feelings. I feel like one thing I don't like about, I feel like a lot of people might do this, is like, let's say you do something that I don't like. For example, I'm like, yo, be here by 5, we gotta catch a train. Let's say the train's coming at like 5:10. You're late and we missed the train. Instead of me saying, oh, it's okay, don't stress about it. Like, sure, I won't like shit talk you about, be like, yo, like, why were you late? I'll kind of like make you feel bad, essentially. Be like, yo, like, but don't do it next time. Like, I'll be nice about it, but I'll make sure I get my message across. I feel like people should like express those kind of feelings right away instead of holding in. Because, dude, like, I'm kind of guessing this, I'm saying, but I feel like I made mistakes with like specific individuals, and like they just didn't tell me about it, and instead they let that develop into anger, which eventually developed into hatred, which then just like made us not be friends. And I'm pretty sure you already know a couple specific examples from like grade 10, university, and all that stuff, where like I feel like I've done stuff, people just don't tell me, and then they blow up. Like maybe they won't even blow up, and they just won't do it. Like I'm guilty of that too. Like I'm pretty sure I've lost a pretty close friend like in uni because I was holding my feelings in, and then one day I just blew up, and then like we never recovered from that, and like we're not like, okay, we're like acquaintances, but like I don't got in my way to like say like, hey, what's up.
I agree with that because, for example, in Miami, well, we talked about this on a Potter a couple episodes ago, but we're in an incident that involved like scootering, and then we got charged like stupid amounts of money, and I was mad because we had this, we're disagreeing. Like, I told you that we should go back into the circle, and then so we don't get charged more, and then we can drop our scooter off in a circle, and then we can Uber. Because couple hours before, when we went to Brickell City Center, you were in the circle, but I was out of the circle, and they said if I don't park in the circle, I'm getting charged more. So that knowledge that I had, I told you, I'm like, yo, we're going farther away from a circle right now. We're gonna get charged fat. We're probably gonna have to walk into a circle again and waste more money doing that. But you know, we had disagreeing thoughts, and then we got into an altercation. We didn't get into a fight, but we got into an altercation. But I didn't hold my feelings in.
Exactly, and that's why that night everything was okay. Because I think we still had 2 more days after that, and if you held it in, you probably would have just been awkward for 2 days.
The 2 days would have been miserable. Like, I don't know. Like, we probably, like, I don't know. Like, what would have we done? Like, if like we never resolved that.
Personally, me, like, I don't hold grudges, right? Like, I usually just be like, oh, it's okay, whatever. But I don't know like exactly how you might have acted. But I know some people, they'll just be weird. They'll be distant. And then you'll know why they're being distant, but they won't agree to it, and then they won't talk about it. And then it ruins the whole trip. So I'd rather people just be like, yo, you messed up like this, or you did this, you did that. I understand why you did it, but like, just don't do it again. And then everything's okay. Hallelujah, you're okay the next day.
Yeah, so we just talked it out, man to man, you know? Like, we didn't have to get in a fight. We didn't have to be immature. Talked it out man to man, and we solved it. And then that's how we've dealt with every single, like, disagreements in the past. And that's how we're going to do so continuing forward, right?
Exactly, because like, you know, that's how you're supposed to do it.
But we're on topics of school, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. Pros and cons of school. So you're talking about criminology, and we got into all that. But another con that I find with online school is that, again, like you said, like we're not able to learn I'm teaching myself everything. Number 2, like there's a lot of workload, bro. It's actually insane the amount of work we have. And then number 3, like I want to go back to school. Like I want to go back into the campus. You know, like I miss seeing people and whatever. But yeah, those are my pros and cons, bro. What are your pros and cons?
My pros and cons are essentially the same. Pros are definitely like I get to stay at home. I get to finesse the system, not not having to actually attend class. Another pro, not pro for me specifically, but I know a lot of people, is that they get to write tests and quizzes without like a lockdown browser, without the camera. So they essentially get to cheat. Like none of my quizzes or tests have been like that yet, or even midterms. But I know a lot of people get to. So I guess that's a pro, right? For some people. For me, con, it's mostly that like I know university is about teaching yourself, but this is like teaching yourself to the next level. Like you're the one that has to sit down, open your laptop, read the slide, understand the slide, and then do the work. So you're essentially everything by yourself. The teacher's just putting the material up for you.
And then the crazy thing is, these profs are getting paid like six figures, doing the same shit doing the same shit they were doing before, but like way less. You know, all they have to do is just put up PDF slides, and boom, 6 figures.
Mm-hmm. So that, and then another con, yes, it's mostly just the teaching yourself thing. I hate teaching myself. Like when you walk into class and like someone's explaining it, I feel like that can have a different effect on you. Like if someone else is explaining it, maybe you might understand better, maybe you might not. But like I'd rather go in person, get a rough idea of what the prophecy, and then do it myself later. That way I learn better.
I agree 100%.
That's one thing. But other than that, like there's not really too many pros, not too many cons. It's not that bad, it's not that good. It's just, it just exists and you keep going.
So apparently winter semester is going to be held online as well. I'm pretty sure it's the same for you.
Yeah, so technically our entire third year is online.
Our entire third year is online. Alhamdulillah.
Yo, I wanted third year to be online so bad.
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, please pray that the entire year is online.
But do you think fourth year is going to be held online as well?
So personally, I don't want fourth year to be online because like it's your final year. I want to have graduation. I want to get to know my profs and stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was, to be honest.
Like both the semesters?
Yeah, both the semesters. I wouldn't be surprised if they're both online. I hope not, to be honest. Like I've had my fun of online school and like not having to get up early and stuff. But like I want to get back into like the routine, feel like everything is normal essentially. Like of course we're far away from normal. It's not gonna happen for like a couple years essentially. But like I want to be able to, hop on a train, hop in a car, go to school, have that campus feel and come back. But maybe it's in our fate, maybe it's not. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll never know. So this is gonna be a new segment to our podcast, a one-time segment, I guess.
One-time segment. Yeah.
Or we can do more in the future if you guys want. Drop in the comments below if you want some more. But we have prepared 7 very tricky questions.
So trivia essentially.
Trivia questions about ourselves that the others should know. And if the others don't know,
they're fake.
They're fake. So I will essentially start with my first question.
Oh, you go first.
Do you want to take turns doing this, or should I just go all 7 me and all 7 you?
Yeah, we'll do 7, yeah.
7? Okay. So, question number 1 is, who is my TikTok crush?
Okay, so
there can be.
Okay, you have to tell me the exact number.
There can be 5 TikTok crushes.
You have 5?
I have 5 TikTok crushes.
God damn, bro, 5.
And these are people that I've always told you about, and these are people that you should know.
Okay, so I definitely know a couple of them. Okay,
5,
so
right?
I'm gonna put this one at the top. Like I don't know the other order, but I know this one's at the top. Like she's the queen for you. So Catherine Melvin. That's kidding. Okay, yeah. So Catherine Melvin is definitely at the top. Yeah. Okay. I definitely know she's not a minor.
No, she's 18.
We gotta be careful.
She's 18. She's 18.
So
shout out to K Melvin, right?
K Melvin, bro. K Melvin, just please slide into Joseph's DMs.
Yes, sir. No, I've been sliding for the past 2 months.
Oh, man. Yo, dude, the screenshots are so funny.
I sent you a screenshot, bro. I've been trying since August.
How many months has it been?
Bro, almost 3 months now, bro.
And she hasn't even read it once.
This girl's killing me, man.
Okay, So we definitely have K Melvin at the top.
Yes, sir. Number 1.
She's your favorite Wajan.
Yes.
Number 2, Sophia Gomez.
Sophia Gomez.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Sophia Gomez.
Damn, 5.
I got 5 TikTok crushes.
Okay. That one girl, she played basketball. What's her name?
What?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
She was dating like this black guy. She's white. That's like
Jordan Lewis?
Jordan Lewis, that one.
No, she's not my crush.
No? Damn. Can I look through TikTok for?
Okay, okay. You can look that. You can look through
Okay,
TikTok.
let me see if I can find something.
Bro, is that the best you got, bro? You only guessed 2, man.
Okay, so I said 2 so far. So I know another one is Marie Grace. Come
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
It
yeah.
has to be Marie
Fair
Grace.
play,
Okay.
fair play. Mary Grace.
Another one I know. Wait, so I said 3 so far.
3 so far. 2 more.
Is Ellery Marie?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's
Ellery
4.
Marie.
And then 5.
The last one. This one is just so. This girl is significant in my life. This girl has played.
Okay, this is obvious. Addison Rae.
Oh my god, this guy just said Addison Rae.
No.
Hell nah, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay, is she like a mainstream TikToker? Hannah Kim?
No, bro.
What the?
Dude, how do you not know this, bro? This really doesn't.
Oh, can you tell me ethnicity? Give me a hint.
Give you an ethnicity?
Yeah, like white, Asian.
But do you have any idea who the 5th TikTok
Ethnicity.
crush
Give me an
could be?
ethnicity.
She's white.
White.
She's white. She is my. This is the 3rd person I followed when I first downloaded TikTok. She's white. She's super underrated. And you told me she's like a 7.
Damn, that's brutal.
Yeah. She's the 3rd person I followed on TikTok.
Third person you follow. I don't know if TikTok's in. Yeah. Haley Crouch.
Haley Crouch, whatever. Bro, this girl is mad fun.
What state is VA?
I think like Virginia or something, or like. Actually, let's search it up. It might be like, hey Siri. What's VA? What's VA? Are you retarded? What state is VA?
It's Virginia. It's Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, so she's from Virginia. She's the 3rd person I followed on TikTok. I saw her on the For You page. And bro, this girl's mad fine, bro.
Alright, just quickly, what's my number 1?
Bro, you're number 1? Okay. Give me an ethnicity.
Actually, wait.
Bro, is this guy already about to do this?
Okay, so I'll give you a hint for like ethnicity wise, okay? I think. Okay, she's definitely Asian. I don't think she's mixed. Though.
You follow this girl?
I don't follow anyone. I only follow friends on TikTok. I get most of my content of TikTok just straight from the FYP.
Have you sent me this girl before?
Definitely, yeah. I've definitely put the caption like, "Oh, this was like the first person that like grabbed my attention."
Hannah Kim.
Hannah Kim. Yeah, you know she's actually from Canada.
You're going, eh?
You know she's from Canada. I think she goes to school in Dalhousie.
Dalhousie? Bro, this girl, like, she's been looking real fine lately, bro. She's fine. And she's Korean, too.
Oh, yeah, Kim, yeah.
So you got on my list, except for the last one.
Yeah, I kind of needed help for that one. Haley.
Need a little bit of help, but it's okay. Number 2. What is my dream car? If you don't guess this, you're not a real one, bro.
Okay, I don't think you've ever told me like an extremely expensive car. I want to say a Mercedes E63 AMG.
So I would say there's 2 categories. There's a realistic dream car, and then there's like a dream car, but it's gonna take a little bit more work. So you got that right.
So this is like your realistic dream car.
Realistic dream car, E63 AMG.
Damn, I have
Beautiful car.
I have no idea what you're.
I've told you this before. And it's not the same car that you like.
It's not this. Okay, then I know.
And it's a German car brand.
It's a German car.
Yeah.
German
supercar.
You sure it's German?
German. Come on, bro.
A Mercedes AMG GT?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the list of German cars. It's BMW, Audi, Mercedes. Volkswagen.
Okay, is there a Volkswagen supercar? I don't think so.
Probably there.
Probably not a Volkswagen. Not a Mercedes. I've told you this before, bro.
Is it a McLaren? A McLaren's a British.
No,
car.
I told you it's not the same car brand as you.
German supercar. I thought I knew every car. What the heck? Wait. I actually have no idea, yo.
Damn, bro.
Oh, wait, German.
Damn, bro.
You got me tripped with the.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds.
No. You're putting
Nine.
pressure. Wait, is it one of the three main manufacturers like Mercedes, BMW, Audi? It is. Audi R8.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God! Finally, dude.
Because I'm like,
Finally.
it's gotta be for one of these three.
God damn, that took long, bro. Yes.
Audi
So
R8.
realistic dream car, E63 AMG. Take a little bit more time. Audi R8.
That's good.
Number 3. What sports did I do mainly grown up?
Okay, so I know I have a picture. Of when you were younger. You did taekwondo when you were younger.
Yes, correct.
You've done swimming.
Correct.
You've done MMA as well.
But mainly grown up.
Mainly
Like
was
since I was like a little youth.
swimming. No.
No, mainly.
Mainly.
Yeah.
You've done
Grown up, like from ages like 4 to like 10.
to 10. Damn, 10. That's not mainly.
4 to
bro.
10.
I know you played the piano, but that's not a sport.
No, come on, bro. This is so obvious. You literally said it, dude.
Taekwondo?
Yeah, it's taekwondo.
Oh, but that's not your main sport though.
It was my main sport.
Okay, but I mean, I'm talking about like more like something that you could have taken farther.
Oh well, like
That's swimming then, because you did swimming pretty good.
yes, you can say that. But I wasn't really involved with swimming like since I was like 4. My
Oh,
first ever sport to do I did was taekwondo.
Okay.
So yeah, close enough. Okay, this one's gonna be actually a little bit tricky. Who's my favorite athlete in my favorite sport?
Okay, I definitely know your favorite sport's UFC
UFC's not a sport though.
or MMA.
MMA.
MMA. Okay.
Who's my favorite athlete in MMA?
Okay, I think I know. It's Khabib Nurmagomedov. No. Okay, is he currently active? Is he currently like active in the UFC?
Yes.
So he could fight anytime he wanted right now.
Yeah.
So wait, has he ever declared like retirement? Ever?
Many times.
Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. Big fan of Conor McGregor. Fuck to Mayweathers.
Yeah, I just gotta apologize to someone. To absolutely fucking nobody.
Dude, that guy was a savage,
I love that
bro.
interview.
But Habib, like, he's a legend in the sport. He will continue to be a legend. He's a role model of mine as well. But he's not my favorite fighter. Conor got me into the sport, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my favorite place that I've ever been to? This could, country-wise. City-wise.
City?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I definitely
No,
know.
it's out of Canada.
I definitely know it's in Asia. So okay, I'm gonna break it down to 3 countries. Definitely somewhere in Korea, or somewhere in Japan, or somewhere in Thailand. Could be Vietnam too, but I don't think so. Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay, I'm gonna start from country and then I'm gonna break it down.
Okay.
So is it in Japan?
No.
Korea.
No. It's not in Asia.
It's not in Asia.
It's actually in America.
Oh, in America. Okay.
My favorite place that I've ever been to.
Miami.
Very
Oh
close.
no, I know Hawaii.
Yes.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
It's a beautiful place. Bro, I want to go there with you one day, bro. I
I've
want
never
to take
been.
you there.
Yo, we should go sometime. Yo, how's COVID in Hawaii? Cause it's an island.
It's literally like separated, like it's different, like from the pack. Like it's an island, like you said.
Yeah, I'd be so down to reach.
I'm down to reach too, bro. December.
Dab up to right now.
December thing. Let's
Let's do it now.
Yeah, get her fucking going. So you got that pretty easy.
Yeah, I got that.
Miami is a very close second. Actually, Miami is definitely top 3.
Top 3, yeah, definitely for me.
Not just because like of like the how special it was. It's just because how like the memories we made in that place.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best memories I could ever make. What is my favorite food?
Favorite food?
My favorite food. I love this.
Mexican food.
Oh, bro, that's way too easy, bro.
That's what. Yeah.
How'd you guess that, bro?
Bro, because we literally talked to us like a week ago.
Oh.
We were literally giving each other lists. We were like, oh, I think your top 3 is Korean, Mexican, and Mediterranean.
I said it changes. Actually, yo, bro, we said this a couple days ago.
Yeah, you told me you're like, oh, you're like rotatingly changing it.
It changes, yeah. I would say Mexican's definitely up there. I would say Japanese, and I would say probably like Italian
Italian.
or Japanese. Mediterranean is definitely top 5.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, last question for me. What is my greatest fear?
Oh, what the? Wait, is this a deep question?
No.
Being alone.
Close.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like maybe.
I'll narrow it down. It's an entity. Like it's a being.
Oh, it's a
It's
being.
a specific being that scares me to this day.
Oh, is it? Wait, you told me about this. Is it Annabelle?
You think I'm scared of a little doll, bro?
No, the Oh no, I know the exorcism girl.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Bingo.
Yeah. So like the OG exorcism girl.
Yes, Emily Rose. So the main reason for that is because when I was younger, I believe this was grade 4, grade 5. My friend sent me a link to like this maze, and it's a maze that requires you to like really like look at your screen like as close as you can.
You really have to focus
Because like the pathways to like the maze is just so like small and narrow. So you really have to look in the screen. And basically when you get to like I believe it's level 3, a picture of like an exorcist, a girl from The Exorcist, it pops up. And it scares you basically. And that like scared the fuck out of me. And that happened when I was in grade 4. And bro, no word of a lie, right now I'm living alone, right? And if I hear noises from the stairs, and I'm I'm alone, and then I go up and I see that bitch, bro, let's just say it's not gonna end well. It's one of my biggest fears. Definitely probably my biggest fears.
I feel like when everyone was younger, they saw something that they weren't supposed to, which like scarred them for life. Like for me, mine's kind of stupid, but I remember I used to live in like Toronto this time, and my parents were watching Chucky. And I remember, like, I used to, like, if I couldn't sleep, I'd just walk into the living room, like, to my parents, and I'd just, like, sleep in their lap. And I think they were watching. I don't exactly remember. But I remember seeing Chucky, and he still scares me to this day. Like, the OG one, not the new ones. The new ones look like, they look fake as crap. But, the old one, but that shit was scary. And he used to, like, he used to swear and stuff, too, like, in the movie. And I thought it was, like, it was so weird, like, a little doll swearing and stuff.
Yeah, everybody has their fears. Mine is the Exorcist girl. And I've told you numerous times, like, I'm like, yo, if you pull up to my house, like, wearing a costume like that, and you scare me when I'm alone, bro, like, you'll probably kill me.
Yeah, give you a heart attack.
Yeah. But we're going to move on to the next segment, which is Ans's questions. So we're going to get to that in 2 seconds.
Okay, so, okay.
We're now at
So
Ans's
I'm going to
questions.
kind of start off, like, it's not too hard, but I don't think it's going to be too easy. So what is one country I want to visit before I die? I'm pretty sure you're not going to get this.
What is one country you want to visit?
Before I die. Like, no matter what happens, I have to go to this country.
Is Maldives a country?
Yeah. Yo, what the heck? You got on the first try.
Maldives. You're fucking going there, boys?
How'd you know that? How'd you know that?
Bro, you told me, like, you want to go to that place for, like, a honeymoon or something, no?
Damn, bro. Damn, that was way
Easy
too
money, baby.
Damn, I feel like all my other questions are too easy now. Okay, yeah, you definitely don't know because I never talked to you about this.
No, okay, that's impossible. If you've never talked to me about it, how would I know?
Okay, no, but you can still kind of guess. So, what are my 3 favorite chocolate brands?
Bro, what the fuck? How am I supposed to guess that shit, bro?
There's not even that many.
Yeah, there's many, bro. I don't even know any Okay, is Hershey's one of them?
No, it's not Hershey.
M&M?
No, wait, those are chocolates? Those are like candy chocolates.
I know M&M's like this, like chocolate.
Okay, but I'm talking about like actual chocolate, like
a chocolate? Kit Kat?
like a bar. Like
Kit Kat?
Is it Kit Kat? No, not Kit Kat.
Coffee Crisp?
No.
What's that yellow one, bro?
Coffee Crisp.
No. There's no.
Oh, Mr. Crunch, I think.
No, not that one. Yellow one with like a red logo.
Oh, Henry. I think it's
Henry's.
Henry. Yeah, I really like that, but it's not my top 3.
Bro, what the fuck? That's the only chocolate brand
Okay,
I know.
I'll give you one. Arrow. You know Arrow, right? Like the
bubble Arrow, yes.
Arrow is one of them.
You're telling me Hershey's not one of them?
No, Hershey's not one of them. No. The second one is Twix. If anyone has known me like before
bro,
the age of
Twix.
Like, if anyone's known me before the age of like 15, Twix was always my favorite. I'm like, yo, I'll just take Twix. That one and the third.
Oh, Smarties.
No, it's not Smarties either. I'll give you a hint. It comes in a gold ball.
Oh, Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, Ferrero Rocher. Yeah,
Bro, that shit's really good.
That's so good, bro.
Definitely
And,
one
like,
of my favorites as
no
well.
matter how much I buy, no matter how much, I could have a whole table. I would still feel like it's not enough.
Bro, I can eat like an entire like thing on its own, like
Exactly.
a big like.
Oh, and I wouldn't say top three. Okay, my top five. So those are top three. Top five would be O. Henry's and Lindor.
Lindor? Oh, you're like exquisite chocolate brand.
But like Ferrero Rocher and Lindor is the only exquisite ones.
Yeah.
The other ones are like your classic candy ones.
You're telling me you don't like Hershey's like milk chocolate? Or like white?
I do, but like it's so small.
No, like they have like the bars,
Yeah,
bro.
the bar. It's still
Like
okay.
the cookies and cream one.
Yeah, like I like don't get like it's really good, but like I still prefer those ones over that.
Fair play.
Yeah.
You can make up questions as you go if you think of anything.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, I've only sprained one tendon in my entire body. I'm pretty sure there's only one. I don't think I've ever done more than one. Try to guess which one it was. So you don't know the answer, but just guess. Like, what do you think?
So you were mainly involved in track and taekwondo, growing up.
Okay, but it wasn't a sport related injury actually. It was a self-inflicted injury.
So what age did you acquire this injury?
I would have been less than grade 3, so I would have been like 6, 7 max. Okay, I'll tell you what happened.
No. That's too easy, bro.
No, I don't think it's gonna give it away. I was running and I fell.
Yeah, your hand, bro.
No, that wasn't. That was just like a cut. That was like a massive cut, but that wasn't a sprained tendon though. Like I have a scar in the middle of my hand, but
Okay.
that's not a tendon. I guess you're close.
So
In terms of body part, you're close.
So what body part is this?
Well, then if I tell you the body part, then you'll
Your
know.
arm.
No, not my arm.
Your hand.
Close.
Finger.
Yeah. Try to guess which finger.
Index.
No.
Thumb.
No.
Middle.
No.
Ring.
No.
Pinky?
The last one. Yeah, pinky. So what happened was, I think I was like, it was definitely. So I used to live in downtown Toronto, so it was definitely before grade 3. So I would have been like 7 or less. So I remember running down the hallway, and like my parents would always tell me, "Don't run down the hallway." So I was running down and I fell, and my pinky jabbed into where the wall and the floor.
Bro, you
meet.
told me about this.
Yeah, I told you this story. Yeah, and I was running and I found my finger jabbed right into the corner, and like my pinky was like messed. It got super swollen. So I remember my dad getting so pissed. He's like, "I told you not to run." So I went, and I don't know, maybe like those metal like things didn't exist. Like the doctor, like dad just like taped my 2 fingers, my ring finger and my pinky just taped. He's like, just leave it like this for 2 weeks.
Your right hand.
My right hand, yeah.
Does it still like? Is
No,
it
it's
still
okay.
left up?
Like nothing's wrong with it now.
I want to tell you one of my favorite injuries. So this is when I was probably like 3 or 4. So I was at my grandparents. Everyone in Korea basically lives in an apartment complex. So my grandparents live in a more like luxury like apartment complex. They have a lot of glass doors, right? And this specific glass door, it's just a push and pull glass door, but I was obviously short, so I didn't see the handle. So being a 3-year-old, any 3-year-old would do. Like they run around, they're super energetic, right? So I run, like I sprint down the hallway, and because like we're going out for dinner or something, and then so I got super hyped. I'm running down the hallway, and I'm running like full speed, bro, full speed, and this is like mini me, bro. And then I run into the glass door so hard I knock myself out. I blacked out, bro. I hit the glass door. I blacked
So like,
out.
let's say we were to walk through like an empty like doorway. Are you scared that there's glass? Like, do you have PTSD?
No, I don't have PTSD because I don't
okay.
even remember. But from what my mom told me, I ran into the glass door so hard, I hit it, and it made a big like thump, and I just knocked out.
Yeah, I remember me and my sister when we used to go to Taekwondo, there was a glass door, and no, was it a glass? I forget where it was. Was that Taekwondo? Oh no, it was somewhere, and I don't know why, but for some reason she just smacked into. I think it was at Taekwondo. There was a glass door, and she walked right into it. And bro, she looked back and embarrassed because everybody saw it. Everybody saw it, and like she wasn't even in pain. Because like, it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was Fudger, and it wasn't even that hard. And she knows it wasn't that hard, but the fact that everyone saw her do, and she was so embarrassed, she started crying. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm crying because it hurt," but we all knew that wasn't the reason.
How old is she?
She probably would have been like 10, 11 maybe. Because I would have been 14, 15. Yeah, probably something like that, or maybe a little bit less than 10. But that was super funny.
All right, so how many questions have I got so far? Like 2, 1?
I think that's like 3. I have another one. But
No, how many have I gotten right?
Oh, so you missed the sprained one. You got the.
I got Maldives. I got what
You got Maldives super easy for some reason. I'm still pissed over that. And then what else did I say?
Go back to your questions.
I think I asked a random. Oh, and then chocolates. You didn't get chocolate.
Chocolate. No, so I got
Okay,
1 out of 3
I
so
have a
far.
question. What's my dream location to live? I feel like you probably get this one, but
Dream location?
like let's say I had a decent job. You know, I had a decent life, a little bit above decent. Let's say, where would I want to live? Or what's my dream location to live?
Like Kerr Street?
No, not Crispy Ministries. No. Jane and Finch.
Like West, bro. Fucking.
No. That was good. Oh my god.
Bro, imagine flexing that you're from Kerr Street.
Where do you live? I live on Kerr Street.
Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, Los Angeles, California. That's where I want to live. I know it's super expensive to live there, but like, of course, if I could afford it, then I would want to live there. Cause I think like a 1-room apartment's like $1,500 a month. That's a lot of money. Like in Oakville, you can get like a whole basement for that much. So I know it's expensive, but of course, if I could afford it, then I'd prefer living there. Otherwise, I feel like Oakville's pretty good, to be honest. Okay. What sports have I competed in like throughout my whole life, in school and outside of school?
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo is one of them.
Swimming.
Swimming,
Track.
track.
That's it.
There's one more. I'm pretty sure there's one more.
No.
There's definitely one more. Yeah, one more.
No way.
Yeah.
Track,
In
swimming, taekwondo.
this was in middle school. So
Middle
middle school,
school?
I did 2 sports in middle school.
What's middle school? Grade 6?
Middle school's grade 6 to grade 8. But like over here, middle school's like JK to like all the grade to grade 8. Cause
There's no middle school like where I'm
yeah,
at.
we don't have middle schools in Oakville, but like in Brampton you call it middle school, but I guess
Grade 6 to grade 8? Okay, was this like a water sport or land sport?
it's a land sport. There's no water sports in like elementary school.
Was it upper body or lower body?
Lower body.
Lower body?
Yeah, kind of gives it away.
Bro, I don't know.
Lower body. What's a lower body sport?
It's running.
No, something else.
There's more than running?
Yeah, there's more lower body sports than running. Yeah.
What did you do? Like Olympic weightlifting or something, or what?
No.
What is this?
Soccer.
You don't. What?
I played soccer. You didn't know that, dude? I literally.
Bro, this guy's capping,
I
bro.
literally scored the game-winning goal in grade 8, and everyone that went to my elementary school knows that I scored the game-winning goal in grade 8. Because of us, we won the only championship. Because how many tournaments did we go to? We went to, I think, 3 different tournaments. The very first tournament, we got 4th. The second tournament, we got like, I don't know, like maybe like 5th or something at Appleby College. And the very last one, I think it was at like, it was behind a high school, I'm pretty sure. No, not a high school. I don't know. It was a really nice field. It was like 2 fields, and I scored the game-winning goal in the final.
No cap. You played
No
soccer.
cap. I played soccer. My number. I wore the number like 3, I think. I don't remember the number. But for me, it was I was like, yo, pass. It was rolling towards me, and I just like we were running out of time essentially. So I actually remember what happened. So I was so tired of that game because I was starting like every game, and I was mad tired. And I remember mid-game, I looked at my coach. I'm like, yo, please sub me off. I'm so tired. Take me off. Like, I can't do this. And, like, I pretty much gave up when I was saying that. Like, I'm looking at him and the game's going on behind me. And I'm like, yo, sub me off. Like, I wasn't even moving.
You're gassed?
I was gassed. And this guy's like, yo, just stay on. And I think, like, 2 minutes after that, I'm like, you know, I'm just going to, like, I'm going to gas myself out to the point where I have to pass out, right? Like, they got to stretch me off. Like, that's how gassed I was. So I'm like, yo, pass. It was rolling to me. I just blasted.
So
I blasted with the intention of it going out of bounds, so that like it's like, you know, because like you have to like
penalty shot.
the game has to reset,
Oh.
right? Because then it's gonna be a goal kick. So I'm like, okay, he'll just sub me off then. So I just blasted, and I give it like this insane curve, and it just curves in bar down. Bro, it was insane. And then because of that goal, we won. And then I just stayed on the rest of the game.
So at the end of the day, think you gotta thank your coach, right?
I got to thank my coach for keeping me on. Shout out Mr. McGill, he kept me on.
Mr. McGill, thank you, man. But yeah, what other questions do we have?
That's pretty much all the questions. I feel like you know the answer to all the other questions. Like, I'll just ask a simple one. Who's my role model? I have 2.
Oh, this one's hard.
This was hard?
Yeah, you can't like give me tips on this, bro. So this is obviously a male.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, that was easy. What's another one? Okay, do you know what my dream car is?
Yeah,
What is it?
McLaren.
Which kind of McLaren?
Like 720S.
No, the smaller one.
Is it like 6?
No,
5?
smaller. Yeah, 5. 5 what?
But I don't know. I don't know like the exact model name.
Okay, but yeah, McLaren 570. Yes,
570.
570. And I want it in like either sky blue or orange.
Okay, what
People
color?
shit on me for saying sky blue, but I guess a lot of people like orange too.
Bro, honestly, sky blue on a McLaren.
Yeah, but like it's gotta be like the roadster, so like convertible.
If I was to get a McLaren, I would get it in, like an orange.
Yeah, orange, but I feel like that's too basic.
It is basic.
I really like the sky blue one.
Do you want it because it's more like unique?
It's more unique, yeah. When was the last time you seen a sky blue?
I've never seen a sky blue McLaren.
But you can pick a sky blue McLaren, but like, I guess nobody likes it. But I don't know. But like my favorite color is blue regardless. So like, I was like, I've definitely gotta have one blue car at least.
Okay, sick.
Okay, yo. So when you were younger, did you have any like? Because I know everyone goes through phases in life, right? Like in terms of like their dreams. Because this is how life goes, right? You dream about something and it gets crushed, and then you have to change your dream, right? Whether that's crushed because you don't achieve it, or maybe because someone shoots you down. I don't know. Everyone has their own reason for changing their dream. But like, tell me the progression of your dreams. I was gonna ask you this question, like, what was my dream occupation? But like, it actually changed throughout like the years. I had like phases. So I'll start from the beginning and I'll go to the end, but you can go first.
My dream occupation started from wanting to be a police officer.
So give me like age, give me like a range, and then.
Like 4 to like 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably like 6 to like 9. I wanted to be like a firefighter, and then from 10 to probably like 13, I wanted to be like an artist because I had a talent and like passion in drawing as well. And then from probably 13 to 17, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Because that's a phase where you kind of just go through it like you're in high school. Like you don't really like, because that's a time where like things become more realistic. Like you're not going to say, I want to become an astronaut or like become POTUS, you're not going to say that. So for 13 to 17, I was kind of like, doing my own thing. And then from 18 to onwards, I am looking to become an influential film director. Also part-time personal trainer, and then open up my own gym. So, yeah. And then run the TME, number one podcast in the world. TME, exactly. Inshallah, right?
Exactly. It's got to be our viewers that get us up there. It's got to be like the whole thing. But yeah, so for me, so pretty much until the age of like 8, for me, I wanted to be a Formula 1 car driver so bad. It was like my dream. And I remember I told my dad this dream while I was in Pakistan in grade 8. So I would have been in grade 4, I believe. I was in grade 4. And I went for my dad's youngest brother's wedding. And I told him, and he completely shot me down. He's like, that's the most unrealistic dream I've ever heard of. And he just laughed. And I feel like everyone else laughed too. I was in a car when I told him this. I kind of remember the scenario. But that got shot down.
You were 8 years old?
I was 8 years old at that time. And
so your uncle did that?
No, my dad shot me down.
Oh, your dad shot you down?
Yeah, he's like, that's the most unrealistic dream ever.
That's ruthless.
Yeah. And then I think until the age of, after that, I think I had like a plateau. I didn't really know what I wanted to be after that. Then I think it was when I was like maybe like 10, 11 maybe, till grade 10. So pretty much from the age of like 10 to 15, 5 years. I wanted to go pro in a sport. So that's how it generally was. Then I think it was in grade like 8, where I really wanted to go to the Olympics for track, right? And this is like when you're still growing and stuff. So I'm like, I'll grow into it. I should be able to do it. I joined the Oak Hill track team. I did pretty good. I got a couple gold medals. I got gold medal at like an international meet. I'm like, maybe I can do it. But then in grade 10, I kind of like stopped growing. And I'm like, like to be like a decent track guy, you gotta be at least like 6, maybe like 5'10" or above, right? If you're trying, because I did the sprints, so that I kind of shot myself down. I'm like, it's not realistic. Like I won't be able to do it. Then from grade 11 to grade 12, again, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I'm like, so essentially, I wanted to do sports essentially ever since I was young. Either way, then in grade 11, I would say pretty much. So when I stopped doing track, grade 12, second semester, is when I was like, I want to be a doctor. I'll be like, I'll be a doctor, Like I was kind of chasing the bag, and I had a passion too. Like I had fun in like chemistry's hard, of course, but like I enjoyed it. Right, same with bio. Like you were in bio with me. That's why I was in bio. So
shout out to Mr. Dale.
Mr. Dale, yeah. So I wanted to be a doctor, and I pretty much wanted to be a doctor till like pretty much even first year uni. But then my dad was like, "Oh, you want to be a doctor? Like, it's gonna take you like, how long is 4 years undergrad, 4 years med school, then 3 to 7 year residency. So that's 8 plus 3 to 7. So the lowest it's gonna be is 11. No, the lowest is gonna be is 11. The most is gonna be is 18, right? So I wanted to do anesthesiology. Like even Rayon, right? Like if Rayon's watching this, he knows I want to be an anesthesiologist. A bunch of my friends know I want to be an anesthesiologist, and I think the residence for that is like 5 years, I want to say. So it would have taken me like 12, 13 years. So I told my dad that. He's like, yo, 12, 13 years, like you're gonna go into so much debt, like you're not even gonna make that much money in Canada. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go to the States. I'll just cash in like, 600K a year. It would be easy money. But then he's like, no, I don't do computer science. I did computer science, and that's where we are now.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at, yeah. But yeah, guys, so that's the final episode of episode 8 of the Missing Experience podcast. We hope you really enjoyed it. You know where we've been for the past 2.5, 3 months now.
Yes, sir.
We'll definitely have weekly episodes coming up now. Probably every Friday or Saturday. We still have to kind of decide that.
Yes.
It really depends on how long it takes to edit this episode. Because the difference between now and like 2 months ago was we didn't have school 2 months ago. Right? So we had all the time in the world, but now we have school. So it'll be more difficult. But we'll definitely try to keep up with the weekly ones. Otherwise, we might switch to bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Just so we have more time to edit.
And also, we're gonna try to get our podcast up on Spotify from now on. So every other episode from the first one will be up on Spotify soon, and we'll let you guys know on our social medias. Link down below. Peace.